What kind of lifestyle do you pursue when you're one of the most successful reggaeton artists? Do you go and just spend the money like no tomorrow somewhere in the United States? Or do you move back to your hometown in Colombia and meditate to achieve the inner peace? Well, the person who I'm talking about today needs no introduction, yet I'm pretty sure a lot of you did not know about that side of him. Welcome guys to the TohirT channel. Tahir is here. I hope you had a fantastic week. Today we're talking about J Balvin. I've been listening to J Balvin since like 2014 or 2015, and I caught him right before he released his album Energía. I assume that's how you pronounce it, and I loved it. I knew that guy's going places, and now you fast track into 2020 and here I am. I'm watching a video about his house, yet I learned so much more about how much I relate to his lifestyle and his approach to personal life. And I hope this will be your final inspiration for 2021 and you will get to enjoy it before we hit and ring that new year. Let's do this!
This is J Balvin, welcome to my house.
On this channel, I primarily talk about people, places, and tech. And if you're curious to learn more about other inspirational people, get your fuel tank for the inspiration up and running for the 2021, well, after this video is done, go check out this playlist or the card at the end of the video. J Balvin House, I guess. That's how I got inspired. I know, it's super weird. I literally just saw in my recommendation on YouTube, I guess that's why it works, the video of Architect Digest doing a tour of his house, and I got curious. I was like, why not? I like the guy, why want to check out his house? Yet I didn't realize how inspirational it will be, because I never knew that side of J Balvin. I always loved his music, but I'm not that noisy about the artists, so I don't care about how they live, where they live, kind of like what do they think about their living, because most of them, let's be frank, are just like the example of old school Cribs. They just balls to the wall, buy all sorts of weird things, have Lamborghinis and cars and all the different kind of expensive stuff throughout the house. I did not expect to see someone who built the house back in his hometown with the sole approach of keeping a very serene attitude towards life. And at the end of 2020, with the year that we had, with all the craziness, with all the negatives, with all the weird positive, just weird and strange new events in general, we all need that break. We all need a way to figure out how to find that calm moment and inner peace with ourselves. And yes, you can say that J Balvin's house is expensive. Clearly it is, and he has expensive cars in there. Yet, this is not what I want to focus on, because there are two things that specifically caught my eye and two things that I want us to carry with ourselves into the next year.
This is J Balvin, welcome to my house.
The first one is the simplicity of things. It's not only how a lot of things are much simpler than what we think they are, and we should not be overthinking them, but it's also about the fact that we do not need as many of things, period, in our lives. And it's not only material things. And yes, it's my constant challenge, and I've been talking about it for a while, about how I always want to get rid of stuff and like keep things simple around me. But it's also about the approach to life. It's about keeping your mind state clean, not bombarding it constantly with social media, with news, with different information. Sometimes you have to just open the windows and breathe in the fresh air. The second one is staying close to your roots. And yet again, I do not mean it literally and geographically that you have to stay in your hometown. Yes, that's what J Balvin did, and we'll get back to that. It is more about the power of remembering where you're from and why you made it here today, and what was that set of goals at the beginning of your path. It's very simple to forget where you came from, especially if it was necessarily not as of a positive experience, or you came from the rough background, or you had a lot of challenges on your path. It's easy to forget them and kind of like shelve them away, compartmentalize them somewhere else and not think about them. Yet I think there's power in it. There's power in remembering where you came from, because it will keep you grounded. No matter how high you climb, no matter how big, how successful you've become, staying close to your roots will remind you that there was something else at the beginning of that path that was worth fighting for, whether it was as simple as you were working hard to become a CEO, not because you wanted all the cars and the money and the houses, although that's great. It was more about the fact that you wanted to provide security for your family. So spending time with the family and being there for them is much more powerful than all those material things that you surrounded yourself with. And very similar here, it was interesting to see that J Balvin actually moved back to his hometown in Colombia to stay closer to where he's from, to walk the same streets, to be out there, to remind himself that this is where he's from. And no matter the fact that he's now like 35 platinum selling artist, he's still a regular human being with regular goals and achievements. And sometimes it's nice, again, to look out there and see the areas where you've been 20, 30 years ago to remind yourself where you really came from.
This is J Balvin. Welcome to my house.
Cherish those thoughts, cherish those memories. Think about the beginning of this year as you're planning for the next year. Think about where you came from the short 12 months ago, because it might be simple to look back and say that you have not achieved much, but if you really start breaking it down, if you start thinking about all the small different incremental things that you've done throughout the year, you'll realize you actually achieved a lot. And this is one of those benefits of staying grounded, that you don't go too high to the point where you stop realizing how much progress you've made. So stay grounded and stay in tune with why you're doing things and why you're working so hard towards those goals in the upcoming 12 months.
This is J Balvin. Welcome to my house.
Did you know who J Balvin is? I mean, we've all heard me, Gente. Do you find his house tour on Architect Digest as inspirational, or am I the weird one? And what are other ways by which you maintain that serenity, that feeling of groundness, and the focus on the core of every single goal that you're out there pursuing, whether it is 2020, 2021, 22, 23, or whatever is beyond? Share your thoughts and ideas in the section below. That is all, guys. That is all for 2020. It's been a crazy year in all the different sorts and forms. Do not make light of anything. Let's just say we'll be glad to see it being filed into the archives of the history, and let's move on and do better, greater, more impressive and more positive things in 2021 to make up for both of these years. And yes, this is actually the last final video before the end of this year. Next time we're going to be talking about all the new cool stuff that you will see on this channel, all the different goals and thoughts that I have for the next year, when it will be January of 2021. Crazy, mind-blowing, I know. Also, I've been recording this past 3 videos, 3 in a row within the same few hours, so I am tired, I'm exhausted. I'm gladly will be taking a break right now and primarily focusing, after editing all of these 3 videos, on all those final small things that I'm about to release in January. So exciting stuff, a lot of cool, important things, and first and foremost, I'm very much appreciative for all of you guys who joined me throughout this year. There have been a lot of new subscribers here on this channel, so thank you very much for your vote of confidence, and we will be doing a lot of cool and fun stuff. But for now, I do need to get my outro out of the way. Thank you very much, guys, for stopping by. If you're new to this channel, go ahead, hit the subscribe button and check out videos in the backlog. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you very much for stopping by. As always, let me know in the comment section below what you thought about this video, and I will see you all next Saturday, 10 a.m. Eastern in 2021 on this channel. And I'm not going to be dragging out any more than that. Happy New Year's. I hope you have an amazing 2021. I hope you have a fun time celebrating it in a very safe environment, and keep pushing towards your goals. Go rewatch the last couple of videos, combine them all 3, watch them one by one. They're very snackable. It's all about making sure you're as successful as I am and everyone else is in the next year. We have to combine our forces, share our experiences, make this kind of messages for each other, and hopefully we'll achieve a lot of cool and fun stuff, no matter how big or small those goals are. I'll see you in 2021. Peace.